Hi, I'm Wendy. Welcome to my West Coast garden. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips of things that you can do in your July garden. Tip number 1, prune your basil. I like to take off the top, the stems that are just about to flower at this time of year. I take them off and you can see I've got a bowl full. That will make the plant more bushy, and I'm going to make some pesto with that. Tip number 2. Renovate your garden to make room for fall and winter crops. You can see this rhubarb is growing out of control. I'm going to harvest some of it. That will free up some space in this area. I'm also going to pull out these peas that are going to seed. I'm going to cut back the Jerusalem artichoke, which is just starting to flower. The bees love the Jerusalem artichoke, but I'm going to cut it back a little bit because it's starting to shade the zucchini plants. If you've planted too many zucchini plants and they're overproducing, now might be a time you want to pull a couple out if you need room for winter vegetables. You can see between the zucchini plants over here, you can see lettuce that's going to seed. I'm going to pull those out and replace them with new romaine. In this bed, I've pulled out the broad beans that are along the front and just left the stems in the ground so that they can continue to fix nitrogen into this bed. The kale's doing fine there. The cauliflower is growing great. Some of the cauliflower didn't really come up very well, and so in there I'll put some of the bedding plants. Behind the onions there are some cucumbers that are just starting to flower, and so we'll just leave that part alone. But behind that I've chopped the arugula off. It was just starting to go to seed, and I'll plant another row of arugula in there for a winter crop. And once the sweet peas die back, that'll be a great sunny area in the winter. Not a lot of shade on this bed. And in this bed I've got lettuce, and then at the end I have tomatillos, and you can see some broccoli that's planted back there, some chard that will overwinter, some kale that will overwinter. This lettuce, where you can see we've harvested, and it will grow back, but some of those I'll just replace. Like this one is not really growing back. I'll just pull that out, and then I can replace it with one of the new seedlings and get those into the ground so that we have winter lettuce. Tip number 3. Plant out your winter crops so that they're established enough by the time it gets cold so that they overwinter. Here I've got some Brussels sprouts that I started in June, and some winter cauliflower. I've also got some romaine lettuce that I've started that I'll be putting into the garden today. Tip number 4. Weed any neglected areas. This is my asparagus bed, and you can see that it's full of weeds. So just clean all these out. We've had a lot of rain in July, and so I have lots of beds that could just use a little bit of maintenance. Tip number 5, buy perennials from the big box stores. They go on sale now, and you can usually get some great deals as the stores clear out the summer stock to make room for winter. I got these 2 lavenders as well as this diplanita, if that's how you say it. Great deals because the big box stores are trying to clear out their summer stock in order to bring in winter stock, or even close down their garden centers, which are outdoors. So July is a great time to go and check out the deals at Rona or Home Depot, or these I bought at Lowe's. There's probably 100 other things that you could spend July doing in your garden, but those are the 5 things I'm concentrating on this weekend. Good luck growing your garden this year.